there'll be times where he'll just be singing when doing his homework. And I mean, hey, do what you gotta do. But when it's repetitive, then it gets annoying. So for example, I'd be at my desk like I am right now. I'll be working on a homework assignment with earbuds, mind you. Either I'm on the phone with my friend who could testify, or I'll just be like listening to music or watching something to like, I can multitask while doing my homework. So he would just be singing. If I have a clip, I will insert it right here.
Money, nice to meet. Hey, hey, who you be? I'm the man. In Southeast, dollar clap into this beat. She ain't funny to the beat. I walk in, she say my heat. She say, but I live in a.
Hey guys, so my name is Michael. This is gonna be my first YouTube video, and I'm gonna be telling you guys the story of my horrible dorming experience at one of the most prestigious colleges in California. Okay, so I have like stuff written down so like I won't forget, but okay, we're just gonna go into it because I've been talking about it to people and they've been telling me to, so we're just gonna start. So I didn't think my college experience was gonna be, or at least my dorming experience. My college experience was pretty good my first year. But I didn't think my dorming experience was gonna be that bad either. So when I moved in, I thought, you know, we all emailed, we all got in communication, we all started talking. Also, I want to point out that I did do this randomly assigned. So yeah. And so we got each other's info, we followed each other on Instagram, we started texting, stuff like that. And I was like, when I saw their accounts, I was like, okay, like I'm the only person, well, I'm the only, because I'm mixed, so I'm the only Black and Hispanic person there. The rest were other races. And I was like, okay, like I'm cool with that, like I don't really care. And so when we moved in, the space was pretty small. So it was like, I don't know how to describe it. So we had like our kitchen area, we had our living room, and then there was like this little walkway, and then there's one room that was a triple, and there's another room that was a triple. So I got the bottom bunk of the triple in my room, and then my other roommates got the other two beds. But at first it was pretty cool, and then after a while it started getting weird.
Hi. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna be telling you guys my expectations and then the reality that came with it. Okay, so first, dorming. When we move in, we're supposed to like create this little checklist so it can match us to the most perfect roommate possible. And I don't want it to be loud after 8 p.m. Don't want no smokers. Don't want no drinkers.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I don't know how to explain it. Like, I wanted my first year to not be crazy, even though that's typically what every freshman wants to do, but I didn't want that. And that's exactly what I got. Actually, let me give my sweet mates names. Hold on. Okay, so I came up with the names, and I'm gonna give you names so I don't lose track of who I'm talking about. I'm gonna say my roommates first. So I'm gonna give them all fake names. I don't want them to find out, but I mean, they're gonna know. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care. So the first one, his name's Todd. Todd, he's from New York, and that's all I'm gonna really say. He's just Todd from New York. The second one, his name's Eminem, and he's from the Bay Area. Eminem, remember his name. Now we're gonna go to the other room, because remember I said there's 2 rooms, so we're gonna go to the other room. The other one, Rooster. Y'all finna know why I call him Rooster on the dead, huh? Just kidding. Then there's Gamer. Gamer, he's not really gonna be talked about that much, but Gamer will be mentioned here and there. And then Monday. We're calling him Monday because it's pretty close to his name, but I don't want to say the code name that I gave when I was talking to my friends, because he heard, I'm pretty sure like my whole suite heard me talk about that name over and over again, and they're probably gonna be like, so that's who it is, but we're switching it to Monday. So yeah. Oh, and also I forgot, Rooster and Gamer had this friend that would come all the time. So basically he's like an honorary suite mate. So his name is Clown because that's what he is. So yeah. Okay, so now back to the expectations and reality. Okay, so rooming. So when I saw their Instagrams, I thought they were all gonna be pretty chill besides Gamer. We're gonna talk about Gamer when I get to his room. But the rooming situation, Todd was really chill. Todd, out of everyone in our dorm, Todd was the chillest. He was the coolest. I fuck with Todd heavy. Don't have much to say about Todd. But Eminem, on the other hand, was a different story. So Eminem, there'll be times where he'll just be singing when doing his homework, and I mean, hey, do what you gotta do, but when it's repetitive, then it gets annoying. So for example, I'd be at my desk like I am right now. I'll be working on a homework assignment with earbuds, mind you. Either I'm on the phone with my friend who could testify, or I'll just be like listening to music or watching something to like, I can multitask while doing my homework. So he would just be singing. If I have a clip, I will insert it right here. But yeah, and I'm just like, damn. And he would also be on the phone with his friends also, but like I said, I don't really care. You could be on the phone with your friends, but he would do it without earbuds. And I mean, like, while me and my other roommate Todd were in there, and he would be on the phone frequently with this one friend, which was a girl, and I guess they were friends prior, and he would be talking about really weird stuff with her. For example, he has said, I wonder how long I would breathe while you were choking me with your thighs. And my reaction was just like, what the f? Like, baby, what? And then a couple minutes later, after I was like, okay, whatever, he proceeds to go and say, oh, I wonder if it was just me and you on a couch, how long you would take to get my Eiffel Tower up. Or lit up. And you know what he means by Eiffel Tower. Ding! And he would just do weird stuff like that. And now we're going to talk about my bed situation, because Eminem also had something involved with it. So yeah. So in the room situation, I had the bottom bunk, right? And so I had a fan kind of like this facing me. So how do I explain it? So I was sleeping like this, right? The fan is like on my desk and it's hitting me because I like the fan to hit me. It's like a bar or whatever on our bunk bed. And in the beginning of the school year, he had asked me, oh, hey Michael, is it okay if I put my towel here so it could dry? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like I didn't want to be the mean roommate. Like I want all of my roommates to be like, Michael was nice. And so I was like, yeah, like of course that you could do it. But I was not expecting him to do it from first quarter all the way to the last quarter. And I'm gonna put some pictures right here because what the actual heck. Mind you, he would put 2 towels. He would put 1 towel and leave it there for the whole day. And when I go to sleep, the towel, for example, mind you, I sleep like this. So like, I'm sleeping like this. He has the towel literally, for example, he has the towel literally hanging by my head right here. And it smells. I don't want your fucking body stench where you put to dry your feet, your fucking balls, your armpit by my face, by my pillow. Like, and I don't think I'm wrong for feeling that type of way. Eminem, I don't mess with you. Let that be clear. Todd, I do. Eminem, I don't. Okay, now we're gonna be moving to the other room, which had Monday, Gamer, and Rooster. So I mean, I wasn't in that room. I was in the other room with Todd and Eminem. But when I would pass by, their room was so dirty. Like, I don't even know how you live like that. Clothes everywhere, dirty clothes everywhere, suitcases, food, like everything was everywhere. It didn't even look clean. I don't know how they lived like that.
What's next?
Now we're gonna be talking about the kitchen. The kitchen, that was definitely something, I will say. And the kitchen mainly revolves all around Rooster. So Rooster liked to cook, and he said in the beginning, because when you move in, you have to meet with your RA, and you guys have to, you know, set some rules and just get to know each other and tell each other, like, what do you like to do? What are some things you don't like? So Rooster has said he liked to cook. And I was like, oh, okay, like, he's gonna cook here and there. Rooster cooked Monday through Sunday, but you'll always see him in that kitchen for, like, lunch and dinner, cooking something. And he'd cook for Gamer, too. And then they had established this thing where Rooster would cook and Gamer would clean the dishes that Rooster, like, got dirty. So it was like no one else had time to cook, really. Like, Rooster, he would always be in the kitchen. And there's this one thing with Rooster, he felt like, in my opinion at least, he felt like he owned the place, or like he was like the boss. Like, I don't know how to explain it. He whenever I would try and do something in the kitchen, he clearly would take hella space around like the kitchen, so there was really nothing to do. And he didn't care. Or like if I was gonna like wash the dishes or something, he'd come super close to me and like watch what I'm doing until I'm done. Like, bro, why are you trying to intimidate me? Like, you can't intimidate me, bro. You can't. There was this one time, it was towards the end of the school year. I was already fed up with everything. Once we came back from, I think it was Memorial Day weekend, I knew we only had a couple more weeks left. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm not. So I guess he got the hint that I wasn't speaking to them or whatever. And so I ate in my room one time. I think I just ate like, I don't know, I think it was breakfast or something. I made me like eggs, bacon, and like I cut up some apples. And I ate that in my room because I didn't feel comfortable eating in the living room with them. So then when I was coming out, Rooster was coming out the restroom, and he sees I'm walking to the sink to wash my plate. He proceeds, as he like walks out the restroom, to go wash his hands in the sink for the kitchen. And I continue to walk, and he was just washing his hands, and then he proceeds to wash a dish that was already in there
I hope you fall off that fucking swing and snap your fucking neck and never
that he saw. Because when I walked in, he was already in the dorm, and I saw that bowl, but it wasn't my bowl, so I'm like, I'm not gonna clean it. And as he's washing his hands, he proceeds to wash the dish, makes me wait longer, and then once he quote unquote sees me, he's like, oh, my bad. Like, you clearly saw me while I was walking to go wash my dish, and you like beeline straight to that, even though we already have a sink when you like exit the restroom. Why are you gonna go to the kitchen one after you saw me do it? Like, you see, like, it's just a lot of weird stuff that I just didn't like mess with. Okay, so like, you know, kitchen, like, living room, they're connected. So now I'm gonna talk about the kitchen. I mean, the living room, my bad. So like I was saying, Gamer and Rooster would always be in the kitchen, the living room and the kitchen. And they would always invite their friend Clown. I thought he was gonna just, you know, come here and there, because that's what he did kind of the first quarter. He'll come here and there. Winter quarter, homeboy would come Monday through Sunday. And also spring quarter. Like, bro, you have your own dorm. Why aren't you in there? He's always in our dorm. And on top of that, homeboy's racist. He admitted to being racist. But he didn't do it when I was around. And I overheard Clown say, oh yeah, I'm racist, da 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 da. And I remember, I don't know if it was like fall quarter. I think it was fall quarter. I overheard Clown said, like, him being racist, him like admitting to being racist. And then him saying, oh yeah, Michael was the first black person I met. And I was like, hello? And he was like, oh, but he's cool, but I don't know about other black people. And I'm just like, what? Like, what? But like I said before, I don't want to be the bad roommate and be like, I feel uncomfortable when Clown's around, so I don't want him to keep on coming. Because when Clown would come over, he established relationships with everyone in our suite. And he tried to become friends with me, but I just wasn't like, I only followed him on Instagram, but that was it. All of the rest of my suite mates messed with Clown. So if I said anything, they would all be like, that's just you. We all fuck with Clown. So I felt like the odd one out again, besides being already feeling somewhat isolated from the rest of our suite mates. Having Clown around just made it more worse. Now we're going to connect these two together, the restroom and the shower. So when we first moved in, I had already 2 Febrezes. I was going to save one only for the restroom I was going to use, because we had 2 restrooms also. 2 beds, 2 restrooms, 1 shower. So I was going to put it in the restroom that I kind of like self-selected as my restroom. I had my Febreze in there, and I was going to keep the other one until the other Febreze ran out. And since Rooster would cook so much, he would fill up the trash can and it would smell like really bad. And so one day, right before I was leaving to class, it smelled really bad. So I was like, okay, let me go get my other Febreze and spray it in the in the kitchen, because it smelled. And I left it on the kitchen counter, like, top. And I left because I was already running late to class. When I come back from class, I walk in, I'm like, oh yeah, my Febreze, let me go get it. The Febreze isn't there. So I'm like, where's my Febreze? Who took my Febreze? So I go look, it's not in my room. So I was like, the one I already had was already in the restroom. So I checked in the other restroom and the restroom was there. I mean, the Febreze was there. So I'm just like, who took my Febreze, put it in there? And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll let y'all have that. I won't say anything. They end up finishing the Febreze. And, you know, over time, I end up finishing mine. So I go back. I go to Ross, because we had a Ross and Marshall's nearby. And I bought me a Febreze. Well, it wasn't like Febreze, but it was like a restroom scent thing. And I had it in there, and I noticed when they would have to use number 2, they would only use the restroom I would, so then they could spray it, because whenever they would open the door, I would smell my spray. And I'm just like what? Like, what? Like, hello? And I was like, you know what? I'll let it slide, whatever. And now the shower. So we were using someone's towel as, like, when we got out the shower, we stepped on it like a shower mat. You know, when you exit the shower, we had that there. And, you know, over time, it started getting wet and it started collecting mold. So I was like, okay, this is nasty. I was like, since no one wants to buy a shower mat, let me use my own money. That, mind you, being a college student already, you're already like trying to save your money for when you're going out with your friends, when you need extra food, when you need to buy something you need. So I was like, okay, this is something we need. Let me go and buy a shower mat. So I go buy a shower mat, and they were all like, oh my God, thank you so much, Michael. Like, you're the best. Like, da 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 da. Whatever. And over time, like, I think the second week we had it, Rooster comes up to me. He's like, hey, Michael, so, like, he was like, thank you for buying it. He was like, I think we should all pitch in and we should shower. I mean, we should all, what? Like, take turns washing the shower mat. And I was like, oh yeah, like, because when you go to wash, you gotta use the cash that the school gives you to wash, right? I was like, yeah, like, totally. And then another week goes by, I forget to wash it, right? But I thought, you know, Rooster clearly said we should all pitch in to take turns to wash the shower mat. So I was like, okay. No, the next couple days go by, no one washes it. The next week, so it's like probably like the 4th week, he comes up to me, he's like, hey, Michael, so, like, when are you gonna wash the shower mat? And I was like, oh, I'll go wash it today, because it was a Friday and I go wash on Fridays. And I was like, okay. I washed it, and then, like, when I would wash it, it'll, like, I'll put it to dry, and then I'll set it back where it belonged in the shower. And then a couple, like literally in 1 or 2 days, it would already be drenching wet. And I'm just like, bro. So I was like, you know what? I didn't wash it for, I think, a week or 2 weeks. And then he comes up to me again. He's like, hey, Michael, so when are you going to wash it again? Bro. Rooster, like, he got me so mad when he said that, because why are you being like, why are you contradicting your words? You said you wanted all of us to pitch in to clean the shower mat I already bought, and you are expecting me. I mean, I get it. I bought it. I should wash it, but we're all using it. So if we're all using it, why should I only be the one to waste my own money to already wash? It costs money to wash. And then while doing that, on top of washing my own clothes, that's different washer machines, different dryer machines, and that all costs money. And so I would have to do that throughout the whole school year, and I ended up running out of money, and I would have to put my own money in, like, transfer money from my account into that, my school account, so I could wash. And they would expect me to also wash the mat. Okay, let me buy another one, so when I wash one, we have another one, and I cycle it like that. And when I bought the other one, they were also thankful for it too, but I'm just like, you guys are thankful that I bought it, but like, you guys aren't helping me. Like, what? And like, I don't know, that was just something. I also let them walk over me, and I shouldn't have like said something, but like, I don't know, I should have established these rules beforehand, but I don't know, I thought I made it pretty clear, but I guess I didn't. So I guess that's on me, but you know, whatever. Hey y'all, so this is editing Michael, and I had to cut like the whole Monday like section because I was just gapping too much, and I feel like I could do that in a separate video. So yeah, so just know Monday, me and Monday, we had little situations and times where you guys would think Monday wanted to, or just do something. Like, he would say certain things, act a certain way, and you would just be like, Monday, are you? Like, but I think, yeah, I'll save that for a different video. I'll probably do it probably after this one. But yeah. Okay, so we're closing up the video. So I just want to give some lessons that I feel like I've learned with this whole situation. I feel like one major thing is I need to like make my boundaries be known.
Period.
Because like you saw throughout this whole video, I just kept letting stuff slide, and I kept on getting taken advantage of, and that's just not okay for no one. No one should be getting taken advantage of. And so I feel like that's one thing. I need to make my boundaries be known and be heard. I can't let people walk over me no more. And that kind of goes with that, standing up for myself. Like when Rooster kept on saying like, oh, Michael, when are you gonna wash? When are you gonna wash the shower mat? Where are you gonna wash the shower mat? I should have been like, you said we were all gonna pitch in to wash it. So what's up with that? And I already unfollowed Eminem, Rooster, Gamer, Clown. I still mess with Monday and Todd, so nothing bad with them, but yeah. And you know, not everything was bad. I got a job at my school. I scored 2 jobs at my school. One is also I'm gonna be an RA next year, and the other one is I'm working on campus. So I'm gonna have 2 incomes. One of the jobs, which is the RA, I get to have my own room to myself. I'm gonna have my own kitchen, my own living room, my own shower, my own restroom. Like, I get my own everything, and that's just so good. Knowing what I had to go through my whole freshman year, I feel like I deserved it. So yeah, I just want to say that was my first video. I'm so happy. I hope you guys like it. There's more to come. Trust. Okay, bye.